Jalen Hurts today, fellas. 29 for 39, 380. His average was 9.7. He did get sacked a couple times. His rating, 130.3. And some ridiculous numbers that we'll talk about with Jalen Hurts. But let's join the Eagles locker room right now where Lane Johnson, the Eagles all-pro right tackle, is joining us. And Lane, listen, you guys are good. I mean, a lot of penalties, especially on the offensive line. I don't know what was happening early on, but this team waltzes to another victory, 35-10. How good are you guys?
We're good enough to beat ourselves, but you know we're talented. We're a talented group. Yeah, just a lot of penalties. I felt like we set ourselves back a lot, but yeah, moving forward, I mean we got to be more crisp on things like that.
Hey Lane, congratulations on a lopsided win in this game today. And it is a joyous moment, but, you and I, we've talked about this time and time again, and you've talked about it on this platform. I don't want to be in your meeting room this week with Jeff Stoutland as you go over the film and look at the miscues. What was going on with the miscues, especially early on in the game with all the false starts and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, really goes down to focus. I think sometimes you can lose track of that, so – yeah, I mean that was a sloppy one from us, all across the board. Just with pre-snap stuff. Yeah, other than that, I mean, this game, I think the tell of our team is, we can be kind of function to what we need to be. Last week we were heavy on the run. This week, throw it up to our receivers, just making, lights out plays. So credit to them.
Lane, there's no doubt that you guys will, clean up the penalties. I'm not worried about that in the least little bit. As a perfectionist, as a player, you should feel the way that you feel about that. Talk to me about, what you just touched on, the diversity that this football team has to be able to, run for, 363 yards one week and then come back and have your quarterback throw for 375 yards the next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's really goes down to how we game plan. I feel like we do a good job of that. We spend a lot of time on that. So, yeah, it's just one of those games where it's totally different than the previous one. But yeah, like I said, people were making plays early. You do that in the passing game. It's hard to turn away from that. So, shout out to the guys outside because they played a hell of a game.
Lane, let's talk about that game plan a little bit because, we're looking at it from afar and we're going, okay, they're 31st in the league against the pass. But you guys are so balanced that I didn't know you were going to commit to throwing the ball. When you noticed the game plan this week, I mean, could you sense the same thing, that this team was going to be weak against the pass and you're going to have to do a lot more pass blocking in this game?
I figured that about Thursday, what it was going to be. Yeah, man. I mean, it's this league's all about matchups and all about game planning and utilizing what you have. So, shout out to the guys in the game plan, our coaches and our receivers and Jalen, man, having a good day.
Hey, Lane, I thought your offensive teammate A.J. Brown did an excellent job of keeping this game in its proper perspective when he talked about focusing on the game and continuing on the path of great success as a team. But could you sense that he wanted this game not just to win and rub it in Tennessee's face, but also to have a great showing against the organization that turned their back on them? Could you get a feeling that this was a special game for him?
Yeah, I mean, I think he approached it in a mature way. Really he wasn't chirpy about it. I think what he realized is that, sometimes that if you do get over emotional, you may not play good.
Yeah.
You may cloud your focus, and he was just, he was just focused all week. You could see it, quietly, sticking to himself, and yeah, man, he made some credit. That one catch was one of the best catches I've ever seen. Yeah. And Isaac, what's funny, Isaac don't really say a lot. He goes to the bench and he said, "Man, that was a pretty good catch." I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty good."
Hey, Lane, you talked about game planning. When you guys come in on Wednesday morning, you get the game plan, you see the computer printout. Do you guys actually look at, statistically where a defense, I should say, ranks? And does that kind of give you an idea of where the coaches or what the coaches are thinking? This Tennessee defense was ranked third against the run, giving up only 84.5 yards a game. Yet on the passing side, they're ranked 31st, and they were giving up 266 yards per game.
Yeah.
So do you guys as players, are you guys cognizant of that, or is that just something that the coaches, talk about?
No, that's in our meetings every really every Wednesday. You go to team meeting, and you go to what offense needs to attack. You look at the turnover differential. You see what they are on third down. You see, all the stats are up there, are there, and so really, Wednesdays and Thursdays is all about talking with Coach Stout and Shane and getting a good game plan together. So by Friday, you know what time it is.
Lane, now it's 3 straight road games, and the next week the Giants tied today against the Commanders. The third one on that is the Dallas Cowboys. It's really difficult for a team to go 3 straight weeks on the road. So tell me how you guys process that.
And just thing about now is just you're trying to get your bodies to feel good, take advantage of the rest that we have compared to what we did earlier in the season. And I think, and if you're feeling good, I feel like you play better. So that's big, because a lot of times later in the season you don't want to be limping into a playoff. You want to be healthy, and so this is the time to do that.
Hey, Lane, you've been with this team a long time. When you look at the depth and the versatility of this team on both sides of the football, does this team exceed even the 2017 team in terms of talent overall?
It's hard to say. I would say we're a very similar team. Just the vets and the bunch of young talent. But every team's different. I feel like we're on a good track. These next few games are big for us. We need to try to clinch home field advantage. So that's in our sights. But next week we got the Giants, man. They're a good team this year. Really good.
Hey, Lane, I'm sorry.
Lane, I know that once you guys come off the field, you're going through your adjustments on the sideline. You're trying to get hydrated, get some Gatorade, some water in you. Do you guys watch what's going on with the defense? They held Tennessee to 53 plays for 209 yards. That's 3.9 yards per play. That's pretty darn impressive, man.
Yeah, I saw it. Pretty much, this meetings was, a lot of Derrick Henry's kind of highlights, showing his stiff arms, what he does to people. So, and then they showed a stat, I think, with how many games they've won when he has 100-plus yards rushing. It was a really good stat. So that was their focus all week. Shout out to the guys up front, man. Just creating pressure in the pass game, stopping the run. Really good. One of their best performances this year.
Lane, last question. I still don't think you guys are getting the credit that you really deserve as one of the best teams in this league. And I wonder if you hear about the Kansas City Chiefs, you hear about the Bills, and the Eagles are still kind of like an afterthought, even though you're an 11-1. Do you guys feel that at all? Do you care about it?
No, not really. Like I said, man, it all goes down to focusing and controlling the day. All that's going to take care of itself in due time, and the weeks go by faster than you think. So, right now it's the New York Football Giants, and that's where we're at.
Hey, Lane, it's just an opportunity to break them underdog masks out again. That's all.
The way I swear it feels like that. It just feels like that. Everybody talks AFC, and the Eagles are kind of like somewhere in there, but they're not getting the credit they deserve.
Hey, Lane, quick question to you. What do you guys do daily in practice, getting ready for games, to challenge yourselves? Because you guys are at the king of the hill right now at 11-1. Everybody else is gunning for you guys. How do you guys go about challenging yourselves daily in practice?
I think a lot of it goes down to really, people that played a long time in the NFL, man, the scout team makes such a huge difference. I think that the guys that we have go super hard, create a really good look, and that's who you're seeing every day. We play against who we play on, on Sundays, but who you're going against in practice every day really does, those reps stack out for us. So I feel like those guys make us better, definitely from an offensive side. yeah, man. So a lot of credit goes out to them too.
Lane, listen, great job. And, another win and a dominant win before the home crowd. And 3 on the road. We'll see how you come out with 3 on the road. But I'm thinking this team is on your way to a #1 seed and home field advantage throughout. And that's a good thing.
Yep. Appreciate
Congrats,
y'all.
man.
Thank y'all.
All right, there he is.
Care,
Lane
man.
Johnson live from the locker room, Lincoln Financial Field. It's just you're right, Seth. The defense, we haven't really talked enough about the defense today. But the Titans had 11 first downs and 209 total yards to the Eagles, 453. I mean, that's just a dominant performance with all these penalties.
Well, listen, the offense had to overcome their side of the ball. I mean, the defense didn't really have many penalties at all. The offense kept getting stalled in the first quarter and a half, and but they come back and they convert the first down, even though they got 1st and 15, 1st and 20. The defensive side of the ball, man, you could just tell they came out with the mindset that Derrick Henry was getting nothing at all. And, the return of Jordan Davis was a big deal. But I would venture to say that, listen, you don't ever want to see a player get hurt. But I think Jordan Davis getting hurt was a blessing in disguise. You want to know why? Because it forced Howie Roseman to make a move and go bring in Linville Joseph and bring in Ndamukong Suh. And the depth at the defensive tackle position right now for the Philadelphia Eagles is just insane, So now, these guys are going to be fresh. And then you look at Brandon Graham and Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat. If they can keep playing at that level with the kind of push you're going to get from those 5 guys in the middle, this defense can be dangerous. I mean, absolutely dangerous. And you might be able to see them, like today. And I don't know what Tennessee's offensive lineman health is like, but they just ran roughshod over them guys when they had to pass the ball today. That's what Jonathan Gannon wants to do. He wants to just rush forward and drop off in coverage on 3rd and long, 2nd and long type situations. But if you can keep getting the production out of those middle guys the way you're getting it, then that means that there's nowhere for the quarterback to step up. And if those guys on the edge can cut the edges off of the defense, if you will, this is going to be a tough defense to handle.
I actually thought this was going to be a test for him. It turns out
I did too.
It was not a test at all, because what we learned about the Titans, and this has happened like 3 straight weeks, if Derrick Henry is not successful, they're not a team that's going to beat you coming from behind, a quick striking and all that. They're just not that type of team. So it played right into the Eagles' hands today. But, very impressive win. And we're going to talk a lot about this during the course of the day. We have our Diamond debate coming up. Devin Caney will join us. And we have John McMullen, who covered the game for JAKIB Sports. And we'll have him on shortly. So hang in there. It is the Pond Lehocky Eagles postgame show live at Ocean Casino. You're watching us on 6abc.com or the JAKIB Media YouTube channel. And we're back after this.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer 3 major services, the first one being basement waterproofing, the second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs, and then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.